We get bishop to f4. I think it's just a development move. I don't think it has any serious threats. I'm looking at his knight jumps. Do I need to worry about this? Yeah, that is actually a little bit of a problem. I can develop a piece and take care of that at the same time. But then what do I do when his pawn kicks my bishop out? Do I really need to move a pawn right now? I guess I'll do it. Knight to f3. Doesn't look like there's anything to worry about. I'll just try to finish my development here, get the king castled. Okay, he goes for the attack on the bishop. That seems pretty smart because I don't like it. I like how this player is playing. So what are my options? I can come back here, take with this pawn. It's not so bad. After I castle, my rook will be on a half-open file. I could go here. Seems like a worse pawn position for me. Or I can just let him take where I'm at, which all things being equal, that's the move, is to ignore his threat until I have to. That's not such a bad pawn structure either. It gives me a really weak one in the middle. I think the best place to be taken is g6. So let's go with that. Maybe I should have taken with the h-pawn instead of the f-pawn. Then I'd have literally no pawn weaknesses. I'll have to look up the evaluation after and see if that was the better move. He castles, I'll castle. a3. I don't think that does anything. Maybe he's just waiting to see how I'll move. And I'm liking c6 for the bishop, b6 for the queen, and then c8 for the rook. And I don't see any reason not to go in that order. I'm a little nervous for my weak e-pawn. I don't even have anybody who could guard it besides the queen, so maybe she actually needs to stay closer. I'm feeling a little thrown off from just getting at a slight disadvantage in the beginning. It's nothing major. And at my level, it's going to be the person who makes a big mistake that loses. So I'm just making a mental note, shake off what I'm feeling, really focus here, get my head in the game, and know that I can still win. Okay, he's pushing those pawns. I do like queen here. We now have two attackers on his d-pawn, so he'll have to defend it. Plays e3. That is the best way to defend that pawn. He's really got a solid defense against me. It doesn't feel like my pieces can really do much. I can hardly think of any better squares to put them on, but I did say c8 for the rook, and it's probably still a good idea. He threatens my queen with his knight. Looks like a nothing burger move. He can get his knight in here, but if anything, my bishop's just been in the way, so I don't mind the trade. He does it. We'll trade my crappy bishop for his good knight. You can see my bishop is crappy as a dark square bishop, and he is dominating the dark squares right now, and probably will be for a long time. So that actually is a good trade, and probably a mistake on his part. Let's see if we can make something happen here. I'm sure he'll come in and threaten my queen, which would threaten the pawn behind it. So let's guard that pawn first of all. Okay, so I did correctly predict his move, so that's good. I'm a little scared of getting my queen trapped. I can always choose to retreat now, though. Okay, he's probably just guarding that pawn, which is fine. I don't even think I was going to take that pawn because I am worried about getting my queen trapped. She's in danger now. And in fact, I think I'm going to fall back with her. I'd love to get my knight on c4. And I think I can do it. And I need to get this queen out of the way. So out of the way she goes. Okay, I was wondering if he might do that to try to keep my knight from a5, but it would still be guarded by the queen. So that's fine. I don't necessarily see another purpose of that move. Let's get my knight to where he wants to be. It's really quite a good square. No other knights. No pawns can push him away. He's supported by a pawn. This is an awesome outpost for the knight. And I would say if things aren't even now, I'm probably winning. Okay, he goes for the infiltration. Maybe just he's trying to double up here, but hey, look, we got ourselves a sweet, sweet fork. Getting this knight his dream square is paying off immediately. Okay, moves the queen in. That makes sense. And I'll be going up the exchange. I think I'm happy to make the queen trade right now. I wonder if I can get this other knight to the same awesome position. Neither one of his bishops are spectacular. Obviously, the dark square one is better. So let's think about what path I can take here. Is that the way? And maybe if he wants to trade off knight for bishop, I let him. So it would be move here, rook here, then knight here is the plan. Okay, this move did come to mind. He's trying to improve his terrible bishop. I guess the way to defend the pawn is threaten his pawn at the same time. This keeps the tension high. This actually enables my knight to come in and still be defended. Although then he'd be able to take the pawn, so maybe I need one more rook move first. Okay, he's moving as I predicted. That's curious. Is that just a mistake? It's probably just a mistake. At first I was so shocked he did it that I thought I had messed up, but he just traded a bishop for a pawn. Maybe his thinking is that bishop was so bad he might as well trade it for a pawn. I don't really agree with that logic if that's what he was thinking. And he resigns, and I don't blame him. This is probably a pretty tough position to play from. I'm up 4 points of material. We're getting closer to the end game. My next move was probably going to be knight to e4. That's a good square for him, just trying to optimize my pieces, really. And that's what I did throughout this game, and it paid off